Yo, what's going on, guys? So we're back with another massive banger of an update for Marvel Rivals, and it's finally that time to announce Marvel Rivals will be coming to consoles. But not only that, in this trailer we get a ton of new tidbits for the next playtest, as well as new characters that will be playable in the closed beta. So I won't waste any more of your time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment what console you'll be on, and subscribe to stay locked in for more Marvel Rivals content. And before I forget, I stream over on twitch.tv/xmar, which is where I'll be giving away codes for the closed beta in July, and where I stream other games as well. So pop on over there if you want to be part of a growing community. Now let's hop into the trailer. Alright, so notice we pick up at the end of the announcement trailer in this opening shot. Then we also get our first glimpse at Venom, which is awesome, as many of you guys have been asking for Venom to be added, and behold, here he is. His design looks great. He's big and tanky, very much what you'd expect, but also we get a look at a new map which will be available in the closed beta, I assume. Then we get a look at his moves. We see that he can swing like Spider-Man, which is great that they've incorporated that and not just leaps or jumps. Then we see his diving strike ability as he slams into Star-Lord, and he pops his ult where he goes into his symbiote liquid state, diving underground to then chase Star-Lord and devour him. This is a super unique ultimate because it seems maybe he can have invulnerability potentially in this state, and when he pops back up, he does massive damage to those closest to the center, so team fights will be much more dangerous if the opponents do have a Venom on their team. Then we get Adam Warlock, who seems to be our strategist edition, and funny enough, when I made my Marvel Rivals draft wishlist video, I had picked Adam Warlock and Venom to be in the game all the way back in April, so it is cool to be right on two predictions. We see he has some sort of cocoon of healing or regeneration with a long cooldown. Then he has a chain healing which he uses on Punisher and Rocket, which heals him over time and maybe gives them shields as well. It's kind of hard to tell. Here we see a different part of the new map with Rocket and Punisher's team up, which if you saw any gameplay of their team up, you know it is insanely good. It gives Punisher unlimited ammo and a massive increase to his fire rate on both his AR and shotgun. We also see Storm, who gets instantly wiped out by Punisher, and then the giant tower that Punisher destroys crumbles, adding to that dynamic environment and the destructibility across all the maps. We get Magneto and Scarlet Witch team up action at a different part of the map where he destroys the bridge. And notice what's interesting here is that when he takes out Adam Warlock, Adam releases the souls of both Mantis and Star-Lord to regenerate in the next clip seen here as part of their three-way team up. This is great news for Star-Lord players like myself because that way he can get right back into the action as fast as possible. Swapping over to Spider-Man, we see the symbiote on Spider-Man's arms, which indicate that he's on a team with Venom, but I think what could have been cooler is if he got the full symbiote suit, but I think maybe they'll save that for the store. And now we see the three-way team up screen with Venom, Spider-Man, and Penny Parker. Here it looks like the symbiote goes berserk and the spikes are poking out in all multiple directions, doing massive AoE damage. We also see another one of Venom's abilities where he grabs Hela out of the air so she can't escape. Moving on to Storm, we see her ultimate gets a much bigger radius now, which is going to be really scary to go against because her ult itself is very strong and can practically one-shot anybody. And now with her radius being even larger, she's a force to be reckoned with. We then see the spider bots appear to catch the falling rooftop, which is really cool to see. And I don't know if this will be the case on most destructible pieces of environment or more for the larger external set pieces, because oftentimes certain objects that would be destroyed would completely cut off the flow of a team's movement and it would be hard to maneuver around, which is the point of having destructible environments. But when the destroyed pieces are so large that no one can move, it disrupts the entire gameplay pretty significantly. So adding the spider bots to catch these large sections of the environment is a nice quality of life improvement into the game. Then we get our last splash screen of Team Venom, which look insane and is definitely wallpaper worthy. And we also get an Easter egg looking at Black Panther with what seems to be an intergalactic ancestral plane or some tease of a new Wakandan map for the future. Lastly, we see that the closed beta will be available on all platforms in July and not just PlayStation. It says PlayStation here because this was revealed during the Sony State of Play, but we have confirmation from Danny Koo, the executive producer, that it will be available on all platforms, so don't worry for those who are also on Xbox. Then here comes some news that'll probably cause some ruffled feathers, but PlayStation is getting an exclusive Scarlet Spider skin, which some of you know is a recolor of the original Spider-Man skin, so if you can't get it, it's not the absolute end of the world. But my thoughts on this are a little more practical in that because it's a Sony reveal and Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man, with the obvious fact that Marvel and Sony are linked in that way, this was always a possibility to happen, so I'm not really surprised. I do hope going forward it will shift towards skins for everybody to have access to, but as is the nature of the gaming industry, we probably will get more limited skins for certain events, and it's just a reality we live in. But let me know your thoughts and feedback you guys have, which I can pass along to the Marvel Rivals team, as they have been incredible at being responsive to our ideas, comments, and concerns since the closed alpha. And that's about it for this video. Again, if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, go ahead and check out my socials where we constantly update everything related to Marvel Rivals as it's happening, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.